Hello everyone, I am Manish Pandey. Welcome back to the UiPath Agentic Automation video series. In the previous video, we created one small demo using RPA workflow in UiPath Studio Web. Now this video is a little bit different. This video is especially for those who are getting error issue while debugging the project in UiPath Studio Web. When you open any project, let's say this one RPA workflow, now I need to debug this project, this workflow. So if you click on debug in Studio Wave, we are getting an error which says that it seems the serverless service is not set to auto allocate resources to Studio Wave. Studio Wave requires the service to debug workflows. So it says that Studio Wave requires the service to debug workflows. So there are two things. First, it says that it requires the service, and first on the top it says that it seems that serverless service is not set to auto allocate resources to Studio Wave. So let's understand what is happening here and how to fix this issue. So first understand here, I am using Google Chrome. I have logged into this cloud account, and then I have opened this UiPath Studio, that is Studio Web on cloud. I have opened this RPA workflow called Hello World, and now I'm just trying to debug this on the cloud, but I am not able to do that. This is disabled. How to enable this? As per UiPath documentation, there are prerequisites for using a Studio Web that you need to first look into this and follow these things. Let's understand here one by one. First, it says that organization is using named user license, named user licenses. Now, what is named user licenses? A named user license means the license which is assigned to a specific person with their UiPath account email or with their specific email. Studio Web works only with the named user licenses. And if you are using Community Edition, you are automatically on a named user model. Here I am using community license. You can check it from here. Go to admin and then go to licenses, and you see here this is community plan. If I am using community plan, so I should have the named user license. So just check here in the user, see view licenses. If you click on this, this is attended named user. Now automation developer also I have named user, and citizen developer also named user, means I can access Studio X and all this agents. You can see agent builder, means this is UiPath Studio Web itself. From here, license allocation to groups, you see here we have automation developers, which has automation developer named user, automation express, those are assigned. Next, enable the required services like orchestrator and integration services. How you can check that? Go to admin. Same way you have to go and click on admin, and then click on your tenants, and then click on services. And here you need to make sure that orchestrator and integration service should be enabled. So for this case, this is already enabled. Third, enable personal workspace. Let's see how to enable this personal workspace. Let's go to the orchestrator, and then if you can access my workspace, means this is your personal workspace. This is already enabled. If you see this folder is not there, only shared and some other folder, means personal workspace is not enabled. Then you can enable it. Next, enable personal automations at user or group level. How to do that? Click on from the orchestrator itself. Click on manage access. You see this option, and then go to access rules and click on groups. In the group level, so we have automation express, automation users, automation developers. So I'm going to use this automation developer. So let's edit this. Click edit, and let's see that do we have personal automation enabled or not. So for this one group, you see here personal automation setup, this is already enabled here. It's already set here. Enable personal automation plus personal workspace. So if you are using this group automation developer, then these two things is already enabled. personal automations, and personal workspace. Both are enabled. Got it? If you are using automation user, then also I think we have this setup. Yeah, we have enabled personal automation and personal workspace. So if you are using automation developer group or automation users or automation express, you see this is enabled. And as a UI profile, also personal workspace enabled. Got it? Now go to folders and go to personal workspace. You see there is a personal workspace. Your email ID and the personal workspace is showing here. Means you already have personal automations and personal workspace enabled. Now check that automatically configure serverless machine in personal workspace for studio web user is enabled or not. How to check that? Let's go to the UiPath Orchestrator, click on Tenant, and then you see one option Settings. Click on Settings, and then scroll here, and you see Personal Workspace uh, area or sections where there is a checkbox automatically configure serverless machine in personal workspace for studio web user. So this is especially for the studio web users, right? So this should be checked. Now the last, create cloud robot serverless machine so that the robot can use that serverless machine and run that job. For that, go to machines from the orchestra tenant itself, and then you see there is a by default one machine created that is called default cloud robots serverless. How to create that? If you don't have this should be a type cloud robot serverless. For that, click on plus add machine, and then you see one machine called cloud robot serverless. We'll click on that, enter that template name, description, tag if you want, and then click on provision. So this way you create. Now make sure this one robot is assigned to this. We need to go to the folders, select this personal workspace, and click on manage machine, and select if it is not assigned, select that machine. Here it says that assigned, and the type is this one, and just update that if this is not assigned. Open RPA workflow, hello world. And this is not like only we are getting error while running the RPA workflow, we are getting error while running any projects in the UiPath Studio Web. So let's say I have created this agent here, and then you see we are still getting error. So you notice that I have followed all these options given in the prerequisites in the UiPath documentations, but still I'm not able to run that. So why? Because this is happening due to the browser, because I am using Google Chrome. If I'll move to Microsoft Edge, MS Edge, and then same project I'll open here, and you see I'm able to debug this project. This is not disabled, this is enabled for me. And let me try running that project which we created in the previous video. We can easily run that project. If you have followed all these things and still you are not able to run that, so the last option, that is the savior, what you can do, you can go to this and click on admin. This is the last option. If nothing is happening, then you need to follow this. Okay, and then select that tenant where you are getting that error, and then click on settings, delete permanently. So you can delete this tenant and then create a new tenant. So currently we are not able to create more than one. So first you need to delete this and then create another tenant, and automatically it will have the automation named user, that license enabled here. You will have the robot units, those things automatically assigned, allocated to you, and then personal workspace created, personal automations created, everything in the serverless cloud robot, that is your automatically it will be created in your tenant, and you will able to easily run that. I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching this video.